Today we're going to be doing armbar from guard. There are two types of arm bars from guard. There's the fast arm bar, and then there's the control or traditional arm bar. We're going to do the traditional arm bar today. So we're here. You need to somehow control the posture. I'm going to do that with the collar and sleeve grip initially, and then we'll go over another variation. So I swing to the side, open up, get really deep, and grab the sleeve, okay? Then we're here. Next, the same side that I'm isolating this arm, that knee is gonna slide up his ribs and kind of lock his shoulder in place, get my foot on his hip. Then I lift my hips up into his armpit. Okay, so that's the first step. We're here, get deep, straighten back up. We're here. Next, I'm going to take my second leg and I'm going to move him 45 degrees that way. And I'm going to move my upper body 45 degrees this way. We need to go from parallel to perpendicular. So I'm up here, I point my toes out, and I'm going to slide my leg up his rib cage, get to the top and bite. Okay, my foot's still on his hip. You'll see how my hips are a little bit twisted. They're pointed that direction. So we're going to do a little mini shrimp and get this leg over. If I don't, and my hips are this way, then it ends up being really awkward, right? So, and this will happen if you're a smaller person doing it to a bigger person quite frequently. So I'm going to put my foot down. I do a reverse shrimp, get my hips back to where I'm flat back and come over, okay? But you're not just going to place it over. I'll loosen up for you. I'm not just going to place it over. Okay, I want a good grip. So I'm going to stretch, bite down, and pull it in. And he's already tapping. A way to make sure that you're good here is you're going to test your control of their posture with your legs. So you're pinching your knees in, and biting your heels down. Okay, then you ask your partner, hey, can you stand up? And biting down on the head especially is super important. You control his whole body with your legs. And you just grab your wrist, or his wrist, and bridge it into the elbow. Okay, so we're here. This is super important, guys. It won't work if your butt's on the ground. It won't work. You won't have enough pressure to be able to get perpendicular. Butt up, out here. If you try pushing with your inner thigh muscles, if they have decent base, they're never going. So point the toes out, and I'm just kind of raking my leg, my hamstring up the side of his ribs, and then I bite. I like the collar or sleeve grip because you have a choke here too, where if I just pull this arm, you have the choke as well. That's why I like it. Also, to make your calf muscles taunter and harder, is that we're not doing dancer toes on this one. We're pulling our toes back, pinch the knees in, bridge. That's the traditional one with the collar and sleeve grip. There's another grip you can do as well. Instead of collar and sleeve, I get my cuff grip here. I'm going to go across and grab the tricep and make him break the rule of not having his arms cross the center line and pull it here. Now, knee comes up and I bridge and I get this grip here, and then the rest is the same. Okay, so that grip, the tricep grip with the shoulder grip, works great as well. I just prefer the collar and sleeve a little bit more. One more time, all the way through. Controlled armbar from guard.
Okay, so about the fundamental armbar that we just went over, just remember this, and I've seen this complaint a lot, especially from adults. Oh, I never pull off the armbar in live rolling, doing it that way. And I understand that, but you have to understand this. Learning it in this way is teaching you the mechanics of what your body needs to do. The problem is we have learned these moves step by step. So you saw Tarl do it early. He put his knee up, he lifted his hip up, he pushed me over with his leg, and then he passed his other leg. He may have had to have done a shrimp too. All of that though has to happen in like 2 seconds, maybe even a second. So by doing it this way, you're learning the mechanics of doing the armbar. But when you actually do it in live rolling, you have to have different setups. Usually it's from a posture break, or they make a mistake and they post their arm out to like push off your face. That's when you slap that armbar on. So I'll give you an example. In our kids class for a whole month, we actually had them do this mechanic drill for the whole month. That was their warm up. It was just to do this over and over. At the very end of the month, the last part of the month, I showed them different entries of how to isolate the arm. And I showed it a lot from posture breaking. Once you break their posture, they're going to put their hand here and slap it on. Not joking, open mat. 4 or 5 of the kids just were slapping arm bars left and right. But that's because they took a month of doing this mechanic drill. So these are the mechanics that will help you. I'm not saying it's never been done. I've seen black belts do it exactly the way Tarl showed it, and they catch people. But as people level up in rank to blue, to purple, to brown, of course you're not going to get it on them in a live roll. You have to find your different ways of setting it up, but the mechanics are always the same. Foot on the hip, move them over, move yourself over, pass your leg, pinch your knees, bite down, no dancer toes. All those mechanics have to happen. So good luck on that. Just keep practicing that. I promise you'll get it.